Today on Free Field Training, we're talking about IKE Length duty jackets, some of the advantages and disadvantages of having a shorter IKE Length jacket. I'm going to show you 3 examples of IKE Length duty jackets, some of the advantages and disadvantages of each of those. And we're also going to take live stream comments and questions from my Instagram audience. If you don't follow me over on Instagram, and if you want to see more of the foibles and stuff in the background and be able to ask questions or to see the comments and questions and be part of the conversation, follow me over on Instagram, Tommy_FreeFieldTraining. So this first jacket that I have is a Blower soft shell hybrid jacket. It's a very thin soft shell over the top of a fleece. So it's warm, but it doesn't add a lot of bulk. The advantage of these is they come in several lengths and sizes. So this one, for instance, is an XL short. It's designed for me to throw over the top of my gear with pouches on the front that I normally wear at work and still be able to get to the pouches or be able to zip around all the pouches and keep me warm if it gets really, really cold. And that's one of the advantages of an IKE Length jacket. When you have a jacket that sits right at your duty belt line, you can get to all of this stuff on your belt, all of the critical things, just like you had them in training. Some people ask me why I have my magazines at the front of my vest cover in all of the other videos where I wear my vest cover that I wear for work. And the reason that I have them up front is that a significant portion of the year here in Chicago is winter. And if I can put an IKE Length jacket on and leave the jacket open a little bit in the front, I can have access to my pistol, my primary pair of handcuffs, my taser, my radio, and my magazines, and my radio mic, which allows me to access everything I might need in a big critical hurry. The advantage of an IKE Length is that if you can wear it and leave it partially unzipped most of the year when it's cold outside, you can use all of the reps that you use in the summertime without having to relearn things in the winter. Here's what I mean. With an IKE Length jacket that's partially open where you can get to your mags, you can get to all of the stuff on your belt, all of those reps at the range with your pistol don't change in the wintertime. You get a longer jacket that comes down mid-thigh or a little above it, you end up swiping your jacket to the side to get to your pistol, swiping your jacket to get to your taser, having to swipe your jacket back to get to your radio, having to swipe your jacket to get to your handcuffs or anything else that you might have on your belt. If you put a tourniquet or other critical stuff on your belt instead of on your vest cover. I already hear people saying, what about side zips? You can zip the side and put it around your pistol and snap it back, and then you can get to your pistol and you have those same reps. Yeah, that's great, but in reality, are we actually doing that? Most people that I see out on the street have those long jackets. They're never snapping them around their pistol because they're sitting in their car nice and warm and comfortable, drinking their coffee. And then when they're hopping out of the car, they're realizing, oh crap, it's really cold outside. And they're throwing their jacket on in a hurry, and they're not taking the time to snap those things around because, let's be honest, most of the time we don't have time to snap those things around our critical gear. And that still leaves us with a flap to get to our taser or handcuffs or anything else that's in the front or all the way at the back of our belt. The IKE Length gets us around that, but it limits the amount of protection that we have on the lower part of our body against the cold and the wind, which means we need to plan for that. If we're going to wear an IKE Length jacket and it's really cold outside, we're going to have to wear long johns, at least on the bottom. Another advantage with long coats is that it's a lot easier to just buy a very large long coat and be able to wrap it around yourself in a hurry getting out of the car. There's less fiddling with it. You just throw it on the same way you would a very long raincoat. Another advantage of it is if you get a Gore-Tex jacket. I have an example of a Gore-Tex IKE Length jacket here, but if you get a long Gore-Tex jacket, your winter coat and the exterior shell of it can be your raincoat too most of the time, because you can stand out in the pissing rain with this and it'll never get through the Gore-Tex membrane inside. So it works as your rain jacket. With an IKE Length jacket, you kind of need a separate rain jacket when you're in an area that gets lots of rain, because you're still going to get soaked from the waist down and it's going to soak all of your gear. So that's one of the disadvantages of an IKE Length. As examples of IKE Length jackets today, I have this Blower soft shell hybrid. This is meant for the spring and the fall. Blower actually sent this to me not long ago to kind of do a long-term review of, and it's just starting to get cold, really cold out here, and I've been wearing this at work. I need to put some patches on it before the boss finds out. This is my Blower hard shell, so it's a Gore-Tex liner with a hard exterior. It's got a zip-in quilted liner. You can see this on my cold weather video. link in the card up there and down in the description down below. It's got lots of pockets. It's got those side zips if you want to use them, but most people don't. I certainly don't in this length jacket. I have this set up as a large short, and the idea of this is I can throw it on and just zip it a little bit and snap the bottom snap, and I have this open V area in the middle. And since it's my wind protection, I can just throw it over the top. It's my emergency rain gear. It's my wind protection. It keeps the cold off of me, and it makes it a lot easier to just leave the middle of the jacket open, and it keeps me relatively warm even when it's really, really, really cold outside, because the wind chill is what kills you most of the time. I have another really good example of an IKE Length style jacket. This is from 221B, and it's designed to be worn under your vest. There's a quilted interior surface here, and then a closer fitting soft shell on the outside, and it's more conforming to your body, even with all the pockets and stuff. The idea of this jacket is to put it on, and then it's close enough fitting to the body to wear it under your vest. Obviously, uniforming comes into an issue here. This is more popular with people on narcotics and TAC teams that are wearing soft clothes most of the time. It also allows you a convenient hoodie in the back that you can throw over the top in a hurry when you're hopping out of the car. This is a huge advantage for TAC teams or anybody that's hopping out in a big hurry. It allows you access to all of your stuff on your vest, on your belt, all of that. It even hides a little bit of the pudge down below if you got that problem like me. And it allows all of your identification to clearly show. Now, out on the street, if you're in full uniform, not having the back identification isn't a really huge deal, and you can put the back identification onto your jacket. When you're in a soft clothes assignment, every second counts when you're hopping out of the car on somebody, especially if it's for something that you suspect the person's going to be armed, which if the soft clothes people are coming after you, if the jump out boys are jumping out of a van, if you're that guy, chances are you don't have the time to think about pulling panels down and all of that. So this is a really popular option for them. Lots of people will use just a normal hoodie for this purpose, and that's okay in real deep winter when you're going to throw another jacket or a soft shell jacket over the top and you have layers at your disposal when you're getting in and out of the car. This type of thing gives you the advantage of a little bit of waterproofness. All of these pockets are waterproof, so you can keep IDs and stuff like that in the pockets. You can stage things in the side pockets or in these front pockets, still be able to get to them underneath your armor. All you gotta do is suck up a little bit and you can get into the side pockets. It's real good for keeping your hands warm when you're not doing anything else. But it gives you a lot more wind protection, a lot more water protection, especially with the hood up, than most of your IKE Length duty jackets will. Because a lot of these come with an optional hood that, of course, everybody rips right off of it because it gets in the way of seeing in traffic. This type of thing doesn't get in the way of seeing in traffic as much. This particular one from 221B's even got little cutouts on the side so that you can see easier what's going on around you. The big disadvantage of most police jackets, and these are no exception, is that you tend to get what you pay for. This blower hard shell with the liner was something like $400 when I bought it, but it solves a lot of problems. It solves the problem of my rain gear most of the time, unless it's really pissing rain. It solves the problem of my winter coat. It solves the problem of me not being able to get to the stuff on my belt if I'm wearing a larger, bulkier jacket. It solves the problem of visibility. It's got 3M material all over it that I can flip up the collar. I can flip out the cuffs on the arms to get more reflectivity and get more visibility when I'm in traffic. So the hybrid from Blower is also not cheap, but it comes with a fleece interior, and then the interior is also lined with a slick material. It makes it easier to take on and off. And there's lots of pockets on the outside. Again, there's bottom pockets where you can, if you're going to wear this underneath your vest, you can reach in and keep your hands warm. If you wear it over the top, you can put your hands in here and keep your hands warm. And also, it's lined with a thinner, slicker material so that you're not having things get stuck in the fleece. The fleece isn't pilling. You don't have those problems where the Velcro on your vest cover. It gets stuck to the fleece, on the fleece jacket that you're wearing, and then it starts pilling up and it gets in the Velcro and the Velcro doesn't work anymore or any of that. And of course, all of these come with the option, or I should say most of these come with the option of badge tabs so that when you wear them on the exterior of your gear, you can attach your badge and your name tape and all of that. All of that comes in these as like a kit. They normally have them as a separate little baggie that's attached to the jacket where you've got your badge tab and a Velcro for name tape. Those types of things all come with them. Another great advantage of these jackets is that since there's a Gore-Tex liner on the inside of these, you've got a material on the outside, so you've got your hard shell exterior and then a Gore-Tex liner and then your liner on the inside of the jacket and then your quilted liner on the inside of that, so you've got layers of warmth. When you sew patches onto this type of jacket, even though they're very expensive, you end up sewing it to just the exterior of it, so you still get the advantages of the Gore-Tex liner and you don't end up perforating it and having something that's no longer waterproof when you attach patches to it. So that is IKE Length Police Duty Jackets. Some of the advantages and disadvantages of IKE Length Police Duty Jackets, and 3 options that I've used and really enjoyed. If you got comments and questions about any of this, put them down in the comment section down below. I'd love to see them. And now I'm going to take some comments from the Instagram live stream audience while they're here. Till next week, you guys be safe and take care of each other. Hey, thanks for watching Free Field Training on YouTube. And while you're here, why don't you check out some of these other goofy videos that I've made? Or you could subscribe or maybe go over to Patreon and see how you get your name put on the videos like these fine folks over here. All the links are, of course, down in the description. We'll see you guys next time.